Ah, how's everybody doing today? Make sure you guys hit that like button as soon as you get in here. Um, yeah, just take your time and tapping that like button. That's not what I wanted to do. Why did I do that? Or don't take your time actually and tapping that like button. Kick the like button for the YouTube algorithm. No, but I wanted to talk about Shib today because I think I'm getting a lot of questions for like Shiba Inu and where and how far it has come up and where it is right now, and also the long term, the long term push for this and the rise and what we see this going to. And it's always bringing up that same question. It's like, is it worth it? And I think that's the main question we need to kind of focus on a little bit here today. So make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to check out Margex and start trading on Margex, the link to that is in the chat as well as the description. And you can start trading today. But let's see, what are people saying? Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Hey, from Australia. Thank you for watching. Should I buy Shib now? I mean, that's the question we're really focusing on. So let's talk about it. Hey, from Australia. Thank you for watching. Good morning. How high can Shib go? I won't spam. Please check tips chart today. Bitmart on Friday. Yeah, we'll have to. We'll look at it in a little bit. I think we need to spend some time in mentioning that and seeing what's going on with that as well. Obviously, I like Deck Screener and I've been dabbling in there. I don't want to. So a lot of those things that are sitting at newer stages that are at like $100,000 market cap or something like that, I have influence on to where if I say something about it, it could honestly push because you look at the subscriber count, the amount of views, and how that can really push and influence people's decisions. I don't want to influence anybody's decision. I really don't. Um, but for something like for Deck Screener, that's where you find a lot of those, right? In the beginning stages before they hit, um, coin market cap or, yeah, before they hit coin market cap, before they're in major exchanges and all of that, which they'll be at a low market cap and skyrocket to a way higher level. And you'll be able to gain thousands upon thousands of percent, um, which is great. But then you also have people that lose in that situation in the end when they invest at the peak point, and then at that point I get blamed for that. So we'll talk about it in a little bit. Hey Matt, I have 1 million Shib. I think I skipped it. Yeah, good question there. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I hope all is well. Ernest from Ghana, thank you for watching. And everything is doing. I'm doing pretty good, right? I just came back from the gym not too long ago, and actually, it's been a while. I've been sitting here for for a little bit, but I came back from the gym not too long ago, and it felt good to get there. I really didn't want to go this morning, and honestly, I'm glad that I did. So, hi from PA. Well, thank you for watching, Daisy. I'm from PA as well. Matt, I hope. Wait, I had 1 million Shib, and then I tried to change the exchange from MEXC to the Indian exchange, and wait, it all got lost. That sucks.
Mark Hamilton donated £4.99 through Super Chat. Please check dollar tips chart today. BITMART on Friday, money mouth face ready to send.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely check it out. Like I said, give it a little bit. We just want to get situated and talk about what we came to talk about, and then we'll mention tips a little bit. But that sucks that you had that Shib lost. We all learn from these mistakes that we make. So obviously, it's not okay to lose money at all, no matter what the level is. So hopefully, you can find some success and be able to make more money than what you did lose there. But that sucks. It really does. Uh, I just sold Shib. Rumor Shib will burn 1 trillion. Should I buy back? So the rumor is that Shib will burn 1 trillion, but we don't know exactly how that's going to happen. And we had Satoshi say that burning 1 trillion would be difficult for them to do because they don't own a trillion, right? So I really don't know how that would happen. So rumors don't mean that it's actually true. Um, and some people believe that they're going to burn trillions. Good morning, Matt, from the UK. Love always. Love your content. Well, or love my channel. Thank you, Dr. Crypto, for saying that. I just hold Shib. Oh, I read that. Sorry. Uh, have you seen GeoNet? I haven't. What you legends think of ApeCoin? I mean, I like ApeCoin's growth potential. I do believe that it's going to be a popular metaverse project. So yeah, I mean, I have ApeCoin in my what is this Margex portfolio, which is currently sitting at let's see, ApeCoin, or no, that actually got that got liquidated actually. I should probably get back into that position. That wasn't good that that got liquidated because that was, or no, I think I took profit on that. Let me see. That was a lot that I put towards that one. 8 coin. Um, looks like I gained something from ApeCoin. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Well, I think I gained a small amount and I ended up selling it for a $13 gain. So I didn't gain a lot, but I sold it. I do like ApeCoin. I just didn't like what my what I did with it because I decided to leverage into it, and I think the leverage was just too high. I should have went through with a smaller leverage. But I like ApeCoin. I like the growth potential with it. If you're buying it outright, you may end up having a lot more of a return than what I had of $13. But $13 is better than nothing, right? Thanks for all you do, bro. I've been following your content for about 2 months now, and I wish I found you earlier. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad to know that I provide some sort of value and people like listening to me because I don't like listening to myself. So it's always great to hear that I have some value in this world. You know what I mean? That's always a great thing to hear. So thank you for saying that, and thank you for being here and watching and commenting and the kind words. It's just great. I swapped my Shib for Pepe, and I think Pepe has more upside. Pepe does have a lot of upside when it comes to gains, just traditionally. So just through moving through the market cap, rise up the rankings. Yes, from a 3 or 4 billion dollar market cap to a 40 or even 100. Yes, obviously. Shiba Inu from a 20 to 100 is not really, that's a 5x versus seeing a 10x to 40 for Pepe, and then even having the ability to get to 80, which would be a 20x. That would be just regular movement without seeing any type of burns that are associated with it. However, if you believe that it's going to push past 100 billion, then you add that extra factor into it, which may only be like another 1 or 2x on top of the 5x return from a $20 billion market cap to a 100. Now going from a $20 billion market cap maybe up to 140 and seeing an extra 1 or 2x's there, which is fantastic. But if you see burns that are associated with it, you could also see a lot more growth potential. So I understand where that's coming from. And some people believe it's going to get to a $1 trillion market cap. I don't know if I necessarily see that happening, but it would be great if it did. Hey, dude, go live and watch Arb for a bit. Arbitrum. Good morning, Matt, and everybody. Kick the like button on the way in to help the channel get into that algo. Absolutely. We got 263 people here. I would appreciate if you could hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to skip some things. How far do you think H-bar can go, Matt? I haven't looked at H-bar in a while, but I will check it out a little bit later as we go into it because, like I said, it's not something that I heavily research. But as I look at, the position, I always look at a 2 or 3x over what the all-time high was. So if you can assume that if I don't end up getting to it, that's where my opinion would be. So whether that's at a, $20 billion market cap or $60 billion market cap, when we see the actual altcoin season run, that's what I assume. Matt started watching you at VA, and now straight from Puerto Rico. Many blessings and gracias for everything. Thank you for everything. Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you for the kind words. Uh, Hey Matt, I'm glad I have come back after a few years. Enjoy your content. Thanks for everything you do. Again, thank you for kind words. Love all the positivity this morning. It's making me feel really, really good. I had a positive workout, come back home, stream for a little bit, talk about the cryptocurrency market, talk about Shiba Inu, and go from there. So let's go ahead and talk about Shib a little bit and see where it is right now. Like if we look at the movement, right? I talked about how it jumped to a 250% increase over a month. Since I typed that title, it's now down to 238%. But you get what I mean, right? 238% that it did run in the last month, all the way up to the peak point, which I believe was like 400 plus percent, 450 or something like that percent that it did rise. Amazing to see that level of growth that it did, go up to that 45 level, the drop 45 level. And we were hoping to see that absolutely push up to a level where it drops another zero. But the question remains is it still worth it to invest into right now? Do you truly believe that it's going to give you life-changing amounts of money if you decide to put in $1,000, $2,000 or something like that right now? Well, I can't sit here and say that you should just bank on the fact that you're going to receive life-changing amounts of money by getting 100 million, or getting 200 million or whatever, because getting 100 million right now would be $3,000. So spending $3,000 to hopefully turn it into $1 million would be fantastic. But where we're sitting at market cap wise, if we're just looking at that growth, that's a 5x return up to $100 billion market cap. Meaning that if you're going to see it at not only the highest point that it's been to, which is a $50 billion market cap, see it at double that to a $100 billion market cap, well, you still aren't seeing that life-changing amounts of money or life-changing amount of money where it's going from 3,000 multiplied by 5 and you're looking at $15,000, which is great. $15,000, fantastic, but it's not the level that you all wanted to receive, right? You all want to be multi-millionaires from this. So I feel like people still have that hope, right, for where it could go. 1 cent, 10 cents, a dollar. And honestly, it shouldn't go away, because with something like this that does have a max supply, even though the max supply is insanely high, you have that chance to burn down that supply. You have that chance to decrease the supply. And anything could honestly happen. We could see businesses that start to burn, exchanges that start to burn, an implementation of some sort of burn feature, whatever. But it includes decreasing that supply over time. Now, throughout this last, 3 years or something, 4 years, that we've been looking at this and holding this and believing in this, right? We thought we would see a massive amount of burns at those times, and honestly, we haven't. We haven't seen those larger burns for Shiba Inu because the ecosystem dev team just hasn't done that, right? And that's where it kind of takes away from where we believe it's going to go and kind of bring more reality and expectation into play, rather than the long-term, like, unbelievable amount that you can get, getting to a 1 trillion, or at this point it would be a $6 trillion market cap. Can Shiba Inu get to a $6 trillion market cap? Well, saying that it can get there right now is, ridiculous to a lot of people. I wouldn't count it out from getting to a $1 trillion market cap, because we've seen the over aggressiveness that has gone into Shib in the past. And honestly, we could see so much more that really pushes this to a crazy level that honestly, it shouldn't be worth that much with the lack of use and lack of, adoption and all of that stuff. But I wouldn't put it past them. So should you invest into it right now? Ultimate question, should you invest into it right now? And is it worth it? Well, if you were investing into the stock market and you wanted to buy into a position and you were guaranteed that it was going to grow 100%, I'm pretty sure you would go, okay, you know what? I'm going to invest into that play and I'll believe in that play because it's a great business and it's going to run 100%. Well, we know that Shiba Inu is going to run 100%, if not way more than that. So if we know it's going to run 100%, is it worth it for your investment? Probably, right? It is worth it to see even a 100% gain, which seems minuscule compared to what we all believed it was going to be at. But it might be worth it for the normal person. It might be worth it for the normal investor because you're used to gaining 10%. in the year, and you're gaining 100%, 200%, 500% to a $100 billion market cap. So I would say yes, in the long term, it still is worth it. In the short term, you might see some negativity, but the long term might still be worth it to be a part of Shiba Inu and this growth in this community. So that's kind of my whole spiel on Shiba Inu today, to talk about that, but we can obviously reiterate as we go along. Guys, we have 316 people here. I would love to get to 150 to 200 likes, so feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel. I bought a hefty bag of Milady coins, so I guess Milady, I don't know what Milady's doing. We'll have to look into that a little bit more. If you put $1,000 into Shib, you probably max out about 10 to 20K in the next bull if it all goes well. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it looks like. I wouldn't say max out, but if we're talking about reality, or what you should expect, that's probably what you should expect, 10 to 20K. But leave some for what the future could be, because even though I have $3,000 right now, I know for a fact I'm going to leave multiple millions sitting in there, because you never know what's going to happen with that. It may be at 10 million, a little bit over 10 million, but the point is that 90% of this portfolio in Shiba Inu is going to, get sold throughout time. But then you're going to have 10% that still sits there, depending on, what does happen with it overall.
TINOCOS donated $2 through Super Chat. Elmo S. Pumpalumping open mouth smile.
Elmo's pumping. I did see Elmo was pumping. It pumped a couple of times. And the recommended level of burns is 70 something percent. What are you talking about? How many times before prices go up this year or next year? How many times before prices go up this year or next year? How many times for what? I signed up for Margex using your referral link. Do you have a promo code? Also, I have no idea how to use Margex. Sent some LTC over. So Margex is pretty simple to use. It's really simple to use. I don't have a promo code. They didn't give me one. I think they might have given me one for my my sponsor video that I did for them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a promo code right now. Referral links are where it's at, and use your referral links if you want to get anybody else to sign up. Honestly, if you understand trading and you understand how to make money in the markets, then leverage trading should be fairly simple. As long as you are, especially in a bull run, right? A bull market, it's all one way. It's like you bet to go one way, and it's not really betting for it to come down unless it's overly bought. Like, I mean, crazy overly bought. Like we saw, with Shib up at this higher level, overbought, and you can go ahead and reverse it and see a short and be able to make money out of that as well. But Margex is really, really easy to use. All you have to do is understand what positions you have. So say if you do have LTC, right? I don't have any LTC in my wallet, but say if you do have LTC or something, right? All you have to do is understand this is the amount that you want to invest with. So say it's like $1,000, right? You want to invest with $1,000. Now you decide whether you want it to be like how much you want to put forward. So if you wanted to put a 5x forward, you'd basically be saying, I want to invest $200 out of that 1,000, and that's what will be my leverage amount, right? I will leverage all of the rest. Now you can say, all right, well, you know what? I don't want to risk as much. I want to risk $100. Well, now you're at a 10x leverage. You risk $100, and Margex is putting up $900 of that $1,000. So it's easy to understand, but you do have to understand that as you continue to leverage more, as you continue to risk less and leverage more, know that you are going to then raise that liquidation price. You're going to then raise the liquidation price for you, meaning that you will get liquidated, right? If we go back here, you will get liquidated if, I was looking at close price, but here we go. Liquidation price, you will get liquidated if you have a higher leverage amount. Does that make sense? So if you decide to do a 50x leverage, it'll show you that out of $1,000, you're only putting up $20. And if you get liquidated, all that $20 is gone. But if you pick the right time, you can make a hell of a lot of money because you're only investing $20 and it's growing by the factor of $1,000 being invested in $1,000. So say if it does grow 100%, you gain all of those gains. You don't get what they put forward, but you gain all of the gains, which is amazing. And you're only risking $20, but it's also a 50x leverage. So if you guys want to sign up for Margex, feel free to use my link in the description. I've been positive and draining or taking some, positions here and there as I'm up 200%. AVAX has been a big mover for me recently. This AVAX position that I invested $100, at a 5x leverage, which gave me $503 that I invested with. And I'm sitting at a $230 gain. I invested $100, sitting at a $230 gain, 228%. I'm happy about that. Same thing here, where I'm up 835% on 21 XRP that I put here, or $112 of a gain, versus the 10x that I put in there, right? So 21 XRP at a 10x leverage, gives me $115 I'm invested with. So it's a great platform. I've been using it for a while. So let me see what's the time limit on this. 22 minutes? Give me a second. That's the right one. Okay. So someone asked me earlier today with a super chat to check out tips and give tips a look. Now I talked about tips a little bit a while ago and how just the tip was pretty interesting, right? They always find a way to come up with this great like meme and great name for it, as well as a website, and it's pretty interesting there, and I'll show that as well. But tips is currently sitting at, right, if we go over to Deck Screener, and Deck Screener is great for kind of getting into positions early and finding different positions that you're going to make a move into to gain, 112,000%, 102,000%, 52% here, or 164%, and so on and so forth, right? You can gain thousands upon thousands of percent with these plays because they're early stages, right? Now, there also are some risks that are out there, so I want you to understand, and understand the markets and understand what you are investing into and what you are risking as you do invest into some of these plays that aren't, fully established on different places. Maybe it's different exchanges and even just being on CoinMarketCap, right? But that's the fun about it, right? It's not listed on those and having all attention and all eyeballs to it. It has maybe a little bit less eyeballs and attention to it, and then eventually it gets listed on there, and now it has a starting price of wherever it started on CoinMarketCap. You know what I mean? So this was interesting, right? Because somebody told me to mention or look at tips, and you can see all the buy orders that are going through. You could see the growth pattern. I do want to look at maybe a little bit when it comes to, not all history. I want to look at maybe the 1 minute or 5 day breakdown. And you could see how this has moved, which we were just looking at. You can see how this has moved and has been, slowly making its way up. Wish I had an auto. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Slowly making its way up. So it increased. You saw it decrease a little bit. Retracements are good. And now you see this consolidation to where it picked up again and went up to about 7 cents. Right now, it sits at a value of 5 cents. So almost 6 cent level. And you also see, so the price in USD, the price in SOL, and you're looking at a $3.9 million market cap for this position, up 59% in the last day. From what I understand, this position may be listed on Bitmart very, very soon, from what I saw from the super chat. I didn't really get word of that, right? This is just really looking into the position and talking about it there. But you're seeing 7 cents that it was at. That retracement is always great to see. And then to see it pick up a little bit, get back to 6 cents and have that trajectory to where it's just continuing to increase in an upward fashion in an ascending level, creating these ascending level of supports there. The liquidity, you're looking at $600,000 worth of liquidity there. It's just been interesting, and obviously if you look at the website, this was pretty cool, because you go in here and it's like, welcome to just the tip, and you see the image, rocket ships, obviously you know what it does look like there. Just not another meme coin, bringing the Solana ecosystem together with our tips, NFTs, and dedicated web-based games, ambitious goals, and that's just the tip. Right? That's just the tip. So it's interesting. I thought it was an interesting name, and yeah, the price has been moving. So I think go ahead and check it out, see what you like about it. Let's see what the Twitter is working with here. I would imagine it gets a lot of popularity on Twitter. I mean, it's at 400 or 4,000 followers, and I'm sure they're growing. Let's see what their engagement is like. You know, seeing okay engagement for 4,000 followers, 112. Yeah. So it looks like Bitmart is thrilled to announce the exclusive primary listing of just the tip.
Super Chat.
Interesting.
What do you think of Limewire? I remember doing music in the mid-2000s on my computer. I bought $1,000 at 10 cents. It blew up quick. Your opinion?
Limewire. You remember making those, let me see. I remember doing music in the mid 2000s on my computer. I remember that as well. Burning music. I would burn like all types of music and stuff. And then you would just get not the right thing, because some people would make the name whatever is being searched the most, and then they would put their own music there, which is, I guess, a good way of promoting your own music. But once you hear that it's not that song, you just go about your day and you delete the file. But you also had a lot of issues where you were downloading stuff on your computer that would ruin your computer. So what do I think of Limewire? I did see Limewire was a thing a while ago, but I haven't ever dove into it. It's currently sitting at $57 million market cap with a $5 million volume day, which isn't that bad, right? It's sitting at about an 8% of volume to market cap ratio. I would say the thing that I did not like, and you see it all the time, is the fact that it has like a low circulating supply compared to the total supply. Now, it depends on what their dilution schedule is, but where it currently stands, that brings a fully diluted market cap of $794 million. So you have to take that into account where it stands right now, and understand that this may have the ability to dilute a lot. And while you're an investor and you're like, oh, you know what, that doesn't really mean anything, it does. Because if let's say you invested at $1 and you put $1,000 into that, and now it ends up diluting the whole thing, bringing it up to a $794 million market cap. You're like, great, it's a project that's now comparable with a lot of the top projects that are there. Well, what's going to slowly happen is the value is going to decrease because there's so much that's introduced, and the volume's not going to have as much of an impact as it did before. So what it will do is, as you see, even less volume or even a little bit more volume, it's still not going to have the same impact because it has more supply that's out there. So essentially you'll see the price continue to decrease and decrease and decrease until it gets down to a $57 million market cap again. And that means that you're going to be looking at a way lesser price at those points. It doesn't mean that it'll bring it down right away. It just means that it will decrease the price ceiling of where that can get to, and lessen the impact of any type of buy orders that go through, and extend the impact of anything that sell orders that go through. So that's something that you have to take into account. But it's an interesting position, right? It brings back memories, and for nostalgia reasons you want to invest into it. But when it comes to actually making a sound investment, the circulating supply might be a little bit too much, unless they have a full dilution strategy. But even if they do, you want to find a place to get out of there before that dilution happens, because it's a massive amount. I've been watching Earring guys. Don't want to name them. Um, Feeding BS. I hear that you can't say that word. That if I put that in my title or say it on stream, that apparently it's like a super frowned upon word on YouTube. Not saying you can't type it, but I hear it's a frowned upon word on YouTube to where if I put it in my title or even say it, that the video can get demonetized immediately. I don't know why. It's worse than saying like, an F bomb or something like that, but it's crazy. Um, I'm watching you from the last 6 months, and I think, and my investment, it gets double. Thanks, bro. Keep it up. Lots of love from India. Well, thank you for saying that, and I'm glad that your investment doubled. Right, your investment didn't double because of me. Right, I opened the door and you saw the opportunity, so you took that opportunity. So I feel like you have to take credit for that. You have to understand that um, when you make an investment, you're ultimately making that decision, and it feels good when you're right. It feels good when your gut feeling to follow, what somebody said, you know, works out in your favor, and then you have to understand why it worked out. And if you already understood why it worked out from the beginning, then that means you did your research heavily. So I applaud you for being able to double your money. That's fantastic. Hey Matt, did you check out Ladies? It broke 300. Also, want to get your thoughts on the exchange KuCoin. They also have an exchange current. Wait, KuCoin, like actually KuCoin, or is this a new KuCoin? Uh, they also have an exchange currency. Traditionally, all currency-based coins do well. Um, if you're talking about KuCoin, like unless you're unless it's like CU coin. Yeah, I don't see anything for just but KuCoin. Obviously, I think it will have some success. It's currently at a 1.9 or 1.4 billion dollar market cap. But when it comes to Ladies, I've looked at Ladies multiple times. I think it has the push, it has the attention, it has the popularity because of Elon Musk mentioning it.
$2 through Super Chat. Thank you. I got an LMW, just FRM, old days well said.
Interesting. I got an LMW. I don't know if that's an abbreviation or if that's a coin. I'm old now. I'm 32. I'm about to be 33. I'm getting super old. The other day I was squatting, my back was hurting, and I'm deciding not to do squats this week, and I'll do squats next week because I don't know what the heck I did wrong. But anyways, my ladies, I think with Elon Musk, it has that attention, and it will always have that attention. But until he decides to mention it, it won't have that massive push with it. And I think eventually he will. You will see that mention again. But the reason why it has that popularity is because that one mention that happened before. It's just like all of these coins that are created based off of something Elon said, right? And um, it's been great to see those things happen, especially with something like Grok. Anything he talks about with Grok, we see a massive increase for the Grok position. But I don't know how often he'll say something about Milady. So it's great to see it at newer all-time highs, but I haven't taken a look at it lately. 32 is not old, bro. I'm getting there. I don't know. I it's older. It's not old, but it's like you look back and you remember when you were um in school, and now Harper's getting to the ages to where I remember when I was in those grades, where she's in first grade and second grade and all, like I start you start to remember when you were in those grades at those times. And obviously things have changed completely, but still it's like now you have a child that's where you feel like you were not too long ago, but honestly it was years ago. So yeah, sounds like Scotty will be listed on a tier two, wait, on two tier one exchanges when it launches. pre-sales have raised $9.1 million. That's amazing. You're the same as me. The same age. I just feel old. Where is it? Long before Sol, we have more crap coins than BNB. Bullish. Before long, Sol will have, okay, got you. Before long, dyslexia kills me, man. Before long, Sol will have more crap coins than BNB. Very bullish. It probably will have more. I wouldn't call them like grab coins. I'm not that type of person. I understand that anything can have growth potential and also could provide value, right? While people think that Floki is that, Floki has so much value that's associated with it. Um, but you look at others that are there, they're meme coins just for their memes, and people are investing into them because they feel as though things can grow. Um, that's pretty much it. You look older, bro. I look older? Really? Is it because of the beard? Should I shave my beard? Is that what it is? Uh, let's see. There's a super chat. I'll wait for them to read it. I could read it, but I'm waiting for them to read it. So thank you for the super chat, Juan. We'll wait, and if we don't get it in like maybe a minute, then I'll read it anyways. But waiting for Jasmine to make a move. Aren't we all? 30 is not old. Us 90s kids got to stop saying that. I mean, it just feels different. You don't burn calories as easy as you did before. Your workouts aren't as long.
Donated $5 through Super Chat. Lol, tell me about it. I'm 35 years old. I meant Limewire, bro. It was old school. I jumped in it. The most made me $1.
Well, yeah, you're saying you said you meant LimeWire. Well, yeah, I just looked at LimeWire, didn't I? For a cryptocurrency, you're talking about actually like LimeWire. A little confused at that. But LimeWire was definitely um, old school. Brings back memories of burning music to CDs and whatnot. So I jumped in and most made money. It's great to see that you made money on that position though. Not every position can be for everybody, but it's amazing that you're up. I don't know how much you made, but it's great that you made money. Hey, I wrote KuCoin. I actually meant Coinex. Is Coinex a good exchange? If so, do you think their coin could take off as well? Their coin is called CET. It's very close to CTE. CET is Coinex coin, which is currently sitting at $27 million worth of a market cap. Not really seeing much volume there. I would imagine it's not on many exchanges. So yeah, it's not on many places to where you can actually purchase it. But you're also only looking at 7% of the total supply, meaning that the total fully diluted market cap is 394. And if it can't see, even $200,000 worth of volume here, I don't know if that will be super popular. But I think if you go into Coinex and see what their spot trading is, you're looking at $129 million with no reserve data. So they're not really telling you if they are one for one. So I don't know. It doesn't look like they're popular. It looks like they do have millions of dollars that flows through it, which is great. But you have no reserve data, and nowadays, like, you have to have some sort of reserve data in order to trust an exchange, especially with what happened with FTX and others. So I wouldn't say it's not going to have any type of growth, because you could be investing into an exchange that really is up and coming and makes a huge move if you wanted to take a risk. But you would be taking a huge risk, especially while you're looking at less supply, so much less supply compared to the total amount that's out there. How's the farm bag and GTC bag? Uh, has started to come up finally. So I don't have GTC anymore. I made, a decent amount on that, and I didn't get back into it because I believe they were like diluting the position, which I think right now it's sitting at a good spot at a fully or mostly diluted position, which is great. Um, for farm though, I mean farm is looking good. I still have 100. Where's my Coinbase? Gotta bring up Coinbase. I still have 100 farm that's sitting in Coinbase, so it should be doing pretty nicely. Let me go over to my portfolio. I could just show you over here. I think I still have it over here. So my portfolio is not really doing that great. It is down by $3,800 today, but we are looking at farm harvest finance at 58, 58 or $59. It's sitting at 5,000. Yeah, I have 100 farm. It's sitting at $5,894. So a good amount, up $1,000. That would bring my total gained in farm to $10,000 because I invested into it before and made a lot of money off of it. But I want to make so much more money off of that, and I feel like it can get back to 200, 300, 400, $1,000+, and that's the reason why I hold. If it gets to 1,000 and I hold 100, then I hold $100,000. That's accurate.
Donated $2 through Super Chat. BTW, you do not look old at all, bud.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I thought maybe I did look old. I mean, some people say, Erica says I look older than my age, which they've been saying that, Gen Z looks older for their age and millennials look younger for their age. But for me, I guess I'm the exception where I look maybe a little bit older for my age. Which is cool. I don't care about that. I don't care about looking old.
Overcome 70 by 7 donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Honestly afraid to move from any coin. If it hasn't moved yet, it almost seems certain that it will soon.
I agree. I agree a lot on that. It's so difficult to see like a position that you have and see all these others that are moving, and then you see the one that you have and it's not moving, kind of like what you have with like XRP. XRP and how much I have. I'm like, if it heavily moved, I would be excited about it and ready for this to absolutely blow up and be super excited. But the point is, we still haven't seen that movement. We still haven't seen the major push for XRP, and just because these positions haven't moved, it makes me feel like it will move heavily soon. Because we haven't seen altcoin season. That's the thing, is people think that this is altcoin season just because Bitcoin hit all-time highs like 3 times, 4 times, or 5. It hit all-time highs a ridiculous amount of times. It just continues to hit newer all-time highs. Crypto.com showed me a breakdown. I don't know if they showed just a higher price, but it showed me that Bitcoin got to 74,000. However, CoinMarketCap hasn't shown that today. It said it only got to 73,000.
Anakin Skywalker donated $2 through Super Chat. Why isn't alt meme coin pumping to ETH like Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's the money will flow in opposite directions. So you'll see them both go, right? But one will grow more than the others. And then Bitcoin, what it will do is a lot of that money will then be transferred to altcoins moving. So you'll see the flow of money that now goes to things that aren't moving because they're invested in something, right? It's heavily moving. And then that starts to flatten out. They take that money out of that position and now we're throwing it into things that they think are going to move below Bitcoin. So not saying everybody will do that, but a lot of the money and the gains that people have had with Bitcoin will go somewhere else.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Thoughts on Star Atlas?
I think I like that position. I'm pretty sure that was available on Coinbase. I'm pretty sure that was available on Coinbase, but I'm not 100% certain. Currently, it's sitting at a 160 million market cap with $10 million worth of volume. Not really crazy volume to market cap ratio there, but you are looking at circulating supply that needs some work to add all of that max supply there, or burn off the max supply, or whatever they're deciding to do with it. You want to see that not introduced to the circulating supply and keep the circulating supply the same, so that you don't really have any type of major dilution, because full dilution would be 382 million, which is not a game changer. It's not something that's going to change your decision, because it's not crazy. It's not like there's only 3% or 10% of the supply that's out there, because then that would be a problem. But if you look at the markets that's available on, you have Gate.io, you have MEXC, you have XT.com, you do have BingX and 45 other places. Kraken that it's available on. I tried to see if they had Coinbase, but I would imagine Coinbase would be on the first page if it was. So it looks like I must have been thinking about Kraken at that point. And I believe I do have it on Kraken. So that's something that, it's not like I invested into it because I truly believed in the circulating supply or anything. I invested into it because it was a random position, but I think it might have worked out for me from when I invested. If we look at the last 7 days, it's up by 48%. The last month, it's up by 125%. And the last year, it's up by 248%. So when I decided to start investing into my Kraken portfolio, it was somewhere around here. So yes, it looks like Star Atlas for me has grown by 200 plus, maybe even 300% from these lows to where we've gotten to currently. So I need to check out my position. So it looks like with this, I don't know exactly as to what it would be used for. So the use case perspective, it's like maybe it has that large potential chance to run to a way higher level, but obviously I would have to do my research to see that. But when it comes to just growth overall, we've seen this at a higher price of 20 cents, right? But I would imagine that had less supply. So you're looking at a $421 million market cap at 20 cents. So you definitely had way less supply that was out there. And it seems like they're introducing that supply, and over time, now you can see it at a $200 million market cap, while the price is still kind of flat around this area, around the 1 cent price, versus being at 20 cents or so. So it looks like they do have dilution anytime you see a rise in the markets. They're going to dilute the position as things are starting to fall down. But luckily, hopefully, they won't dilute it on the way up, because that will suck, right? Typically, you don't see that happen. They dilute it on the way down, because then it makes the fall a lot stronger, and then making the fall a lot stronger creates a stronger bounce eventually. So it's interesting. I have it over on Kraken, but I don't know how much I have of it right now. It should be somewhere around $15 or $20, I would say. But thank you all for watching. We got 427 people here, and we got 191 likes. If you guys can hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, we have 9 people over on Rumble. Good morning, Tim. Thank you for being here. As well as, I don't know how many people over on X, because it doesn't show me how many concurrent viewers. It just shows me how many views I had. So I appreciate you guys for being here either way. You skip this ad. Keeps giving me ads here. Wish I had the dashboard. All right, all right. Scroll down. Scroll down. Yo, Matt says Smurf, how are you doing? Past my bedtime. Well, I apologize that I stream at, your bedtime. I'm staying put with 77 million Shib I've had since 2022. Trump with hat? So what's up with all the with hats? I jumped into Strump this morning, Super Trump. Has it been moving? Is it something that's a small cap that potentially could run to a way higher cap? Good morning. Have a blessed day. You too, Damien. Thank you for being here. I'm horrible at reading names, so hopefully I pronounce your name right. I would imagine that's right, but um, I've been wrong a lot. Uh, Late night stock research, you know? Well, yeah, I just invested another $2,000 into my dividend portfolio, which I made another video on my dividend portfolio, but I'm looking to gather a lot of dividends and I'm going to continue to invest more and more money into my dividend portfolio. And hopefully I can get to my goal for this year was to invest 2,000 per month. And that would get me to about 24,000 or $24,000 extra that I have for this year that I invested into there. So far, I think I'm at $11,000 and it's been 3 months. So I'm investing a little bit more than $2,000 per month. And I hope to even get to this point. I want to get to like $100,000, $200,000 so I can start gathering a lot of dividend returns here. So yeah, I'm putting a lot out there, and I'm reviewing this and showing people this on Patreon as well as on my Matthew Perry 2 channel. I'm making videos about it. Um, so yeah, I just recently invested a total of $8,000 in this last week alone. Which now I guess instead of $11,000, I'm now sitting at about because I went from having less than 10, it was like $9,000 to now being at, so it's closing in on $13,000 that I invested for this year so far. So I'm excited for my dividend portfolio and I want to continue to add to that. But that's a whole nother discussion. Matt with hat. No. Do you have NVIDIA, bro? No, I don't. I have ETFs that have held, that have been in the technology sector, so it makes sense that they are seeing these returns. They're seeing like a lot of the ETFs that I'm invested into and that you see out there that are technology focused are running by like 20% this year, and it's because of the growth that you see in NVIDIA. Trying to get into options. Haven't looked into your video portfolio yet. Do you have anything like that? P.S. Does dividend also mean options? No. So options and dividends are two different things. Options, you're basically, if you wanted to simplify it, you're basically predicting where the price is going to go and saying, hey, this price is going to be above this strike price or below this strike price for the time being, and however far it's above that, you end up gaining, maybe $100, per dollar that it's above it, right? Because you have a block of 100 shares that's there that you're trading for less, basically, to predict that it's going to a certain place. Um, However, if it doesn't, you pretty much lose everything that you had in there. Uh, but with dividends, you're owning a position, right? And that business is paying you every month or every quarter for owning that position. So say like Microsoft has a dividend associated with it, and you'll be able to be paid for owning that position. So like Mark Cuban always says, and I've followed that philosophy, is that if you were going to own a stock, you want to be able to be paid from it as you're holding it, right? And that's obviously not the way that he said it, but basically that's what he said, right? So if you have a stock, you own a stock. It's not like it was back in the day to where when you owned it, like you physically owned it, like you owned a piece of paper and all of that, and it's like you did own the actual stock, right? Now it just feels like you don't really own anything, and the only way you can get some sort of validation that you do own is by being paid for, being a part of that. So I primarily do it with ETFs just so that I can get consistent growth as well as that dividend payment. But I do have some stocks sprinkled in there as well. Elmo jumped over 1 cent finally. Did it? That's great to see. I know it was up 100% at one point. So, It's great to see that Elmo finally jumped over 1 cent again and is actually picking back up. And hopefully it does see the growth. Hopefully it does see some movement.
Leon Stark Santiago donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. I like the simplicity of Margex for isolated trades. Absolutely. I've loved that 100%. As I got comfortable with it, I was like, this is great. It's amazing. And then also the charting, it's like trading view level charting, but with dynamic updating. So as you flow through different positions, you have that stick. So it's pretty cool there. Got you. Great explanation. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for asking. I always like to teach in a way, and I learn things every day. Like I talk to my brother-in-law about things. I talk to, I'll mention what I'm doing in my dividend portfolio, what I'm doing here, and I learn new things every day, just like, you learn new things every day. And it's always great to further your knowledge, especially when it comes to your money and your investing style and all that stuff. Can you give your thoughts on if you think COQ will go bigger or just chill? If I think that COQ will go bigger, so currently it's sitting at a $420 million market cap. 100% of the supply is out there. I honestly think that it will grow bigger. It's weird to say because of the name, but I think that it will, grow because of the fact that you're seeing this is the only thing I believe, on the Avalanche chain that has any type of major strength to it. I know people are trying to create as much as they can off of Ethereum because Ethereum fees are just ridiculous. So you see people creating on, Avalanche, on Solana a lot, right? On Cardano, on BSC, and they're just looking for a cheaper option rather than. Man, I'm giving my thoughts on this. So they're giving you a cheaper option to make these moves and make these trades, because it could be pennies on these chains, but then when it's on Ethereum, it's like $15 or $30 or $40, and in some cases, just trying to or to claim your Elmo is like $6,000 for some reason. I'm like, why is it costing me $6,000 to go through with a transaction? And if I accidentally did that and had $6,000 in there, I would spend $6,000 in a gas fee in order to claim whatever I needed to claim. Do some Elmo ERC content. They said that it's not valuable. They said that they never asked for it, so I don't do it. Did you liquidate your Elmo? No, I still have it. It's staked, and I can't unstake it because it costs $6,000 to unstake it. So, no, I didn't liquidate it. I still hold it. Like I said, I just wanted to, I've talked about this plenty of times. I don't need to, but Elmo ERC is making a move right now, and that's fantastic. Currently we have 464 people that are here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Get me up to 200 or 300 likes. 300 likes will be great. They got you good. Why did they get me good? What, Ethereum, or you're talking about Elmo? Oh, hugs? No, I'm not. I'm not looking for hugs. I'm just trying to stretch. Oh, 6,000 to get your money out. Well, yeah, that's not on them. That's an Ethereum problem. So I don't know how to go about that, because as I make trades, like if I go on Uniswap and make a trade for something, it'll cost me like $30. I don't know the reason why it'll cost me $6,000 to unstake or to claim my rewards. I was like, that just doesn't make sense. Hopefully Lunatic's token will pump again. Yeah, I mean, some people reached out to me about making a video there, but we haven't agreed on anything yet because I want to see what they're doing and I want to see how people respond to it as well. Matt, do you think Milady or Myro is a better meme coin to hold? I honestly think Myro is a little bit better. And the reason why I think Myro is better is because Solana is seeing a lot of volume. I feel like Milady is dependent on if we have anything from Elon Musk. And if you don't, you still have some push to it. You still have some worth to it. And a lot of people like it because of the continued like FOMO that goes into it. But I feel like Myro just has a better community that's behind it. No offense to the Milady community, but I feel like Myro has a better community and will push a lot further. That's just my opinion. Milady to the moon, 50 billion, holding strong. I'm not saying that it'll decrease. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think Myro's a little bit better. But again, both of them will receive gains, so you can't really say like, hey, I won't gain anything with this. I got over 1 billion Milady. I don't know how much that's worth, but sounds great. ETH is like the politicians of the government. Hi Matt. Oki protocol. Any good to invest into? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. Currently stands an $18 million market cap with $73 million worth of volume. That seems odd to have a 392% volume day, increase, I guess, in the volume. Looking at volume to market cap ratio of about 400% or 40% of a penny, and it's sitting at an $18.7 million price point. Yeah, that's pretty odd to see it not grow that much with that much volume. It seems like a lot of it must have been sell volume. So it looks like it pushed up about 60% over the last day. Over the last month, it's up 116%, but it rose and then fell down really, really hard. So I guess all of this volume came in a very short period of time, and that's why you see that happen. However, yeah, this was over that last day that it really picked up to about 51% of a penny, decreasing down to 41% of a penny. Don't know why you would receive that much volume and not see any type of movement. It still doesn't make sense. It is available on Binance, which is an S-tier exchange, and available on 31 other pairings. Nothing of which like the US could make an investment into. And that's how it looks. Yeah, it continues to look that way. So it's interesting. I would say there's definitely maybe a little bit of a red flag by not understanding, for me, not being able to understand why the volume is so high, but then the market cap is so low and the movement is so low. I don't know why you would see that much volume in an 18, even if it's inherently negative volume. You can have volume on both sides. It's just when you see that much volume, you expect to see a lot higher of a market cap. It doesn't matter if it's like inherently negative volume that's happening within it. You expect to see that higher of a market cap to where you can't really sell, 4 times what the overall position is. You would have to see it increase up and then sell 4 times whatever the market cap is worth. It just doesn't make sense to me. DooDoo Mars. DooDoo Mars announced a 25 to 50% total supply burn gonna pop at some point. If that is the case, that makes DooDoo Mars a lot more desirable for a ton of people and even more desirable for me. If that's the case, 25 to 50% total burn, meaning that you're taking out everything that kind of has been thrown out here for the Methuselah Foundation, right? Any foundation just draws from the value of what you have there. And I've never, like, I like foundations, don't get me wrong, But I think you need to have something worked into having the max supply out there and not just introducing supply for the foundation to then sell, because that's not a good situation for the investors that get into it. And no matter how much you believe in a process or believe in a foundation or believe in what the cause is, it's still not going to it's not going to sit well when you have the ability to turn $1,000 into $100. And no, I didn't make a mistake by saying that. $1,000 into $100 by diluting the position. So if you can find a better way to support this foundation through standard transactions or something like that, that's better than just releasing new coins and diluting everybody that's an investor. So it does create a lot more strength and a lot more interest there. So we'll have to look into that a little bit. I know you have a larger community there. When I made one video about DooDoo Mars, I think it got a decent amount of views in a time where, views weren't really, like, I wasn't really seeing a crazy amount of views for everything. So to see like 5 or 6,000 or even more than that for one video after mentioning it one time was great, but I just really didn't have much more to say about it. So if they're looking to burn, that may be an interesting point here. Um, Anyways, let's see what's happening in the rest of the market, see if something has transpired while we've been talking. We're currently seeing a $73,000 price for Bitcoin, $4,000 price for Ethereum. BNB is almost at a $600 price, which is crazy to see that growth from where it was at 200. This is a 3x return from there, right? So yeah, it's sitting at 600. You're seeing Solana at 153. You're seeing XRP, at this level around the 70 cent mark, right? 69, 70 cents. Cardano is at about 76 cents. Dogecoin, 17 cents. AVAX has been moving a little bit. That's up to $53, which is great. Shiba Inu still kind of holding flat. Ton has actually moved quite a bit. Has moved a ton, they might say. It's up 21%, 22%. I thought there was an opportunity to say that, so I went for it. 20.7 or $20.70 for Chainlink, up 2%. Near Protocol is up quite a bit. Let's look at the top movers within the top 100, which you're going to see Ton, Dog with Hat, that's up to a $2.2 billion market cap. Thorchain, that's up. That seems to always have some sort of aggressive movement, right? Milady to the top, I don't know about that. Quant is looking at a 16% gain. That's up to $142. That's great for a lot of people that are big fans of Quant right now. Algorand, that's up another 15%, up to 32 cents. Growth looks amazing there. I think that was sitting at a value of like, wasn't it like 10 cents or something? 20, 15, something like that. But you're looking at some good growth there. Over the last 7 days, up 34%, 83% for the last month. The last year, it has gotten all the way down to 9 cents, and now we're seeing it at 32 cents. So it's great to see that movement. I don't think I ever reinvested into that play, because as I saw it was coming down, I took my profits and went along my way, right? But these will be the times to double down and reinvest into some of those. I feel like people are, you said, don't sleep on algo, people. I think people are sleeping on algo. I don't have it. So maybe I'm included in that where I'm sleeping on it now. I was trying to use Coinbase, but no luck. For what? Oh, what can I buy Dogelon on? So, Elon, you were just looking at trying to buy Dogelon Mars, which is sitting at $195 million market cap. I mean, they're still looking at 54% of the supply that's there, meaning you still have like 45-ish percent of the supply that's still out there. And if they're looking to do a 50% burn, then that would be fantastic. Obviously, that would even eat into the amount that you already have out there in supply. So hopefully that means that they're burning what's there, what's not listed out there. So Anyways, this is sitting at a 3% loss for the day. I forget what somebody asked me. Somebody asked me about this position, but something more specifically. Oh, where can you buy it? Got you. Sorry. OKX, KuCoin, Gate.io, MEXC, Uniswap. It looks like Uniswap might be the option for most people that are in the States. 71 other options, but you do have, let's see, BingX, you have Shiba Swap. You can do it that way, but that also is on chain, right? Um, you have Pancake Swap, Uniswap. I guess you can buy it on the BSC side, which would be cheaper than doing it on the Ethereum side. That's interesting. You have SuperX, you have BitTrue, you have Jupiter, and so on and so forth. Trying to find some other places, but I guess it's not really going to work. But yeah, Uniswap will probably be the right place to go. My portfolio is looking green this morning. That's refreshing to see. I mean, my portfolio has been green for quite some time with all the movement that we've seen with Bitcoin and other things, especially XRP pushing up to the levels that it pushed up to. I feel like it has a lot more growth left in it, but um, yeah, I mean, my portfolio has been amazing. It's on CDC as well. Yeah, I didn't see that. It didn't pop up as an option. Exciting times we are in. Yeah, I would agree. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Gotta go and say something to the children. But make sure you hit that like button while I'm gone. I would like to get to 300 likes if you can get me there. I would love to come back and see me at 300 likes. That would be amazing. So I should be like 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see. What do I think of Limewire? I just went through Limewire. Um, never forget. Wait, I never forget like your Matthew. What? Milady or Myro? I just said that. I feel like Myro is a better play. Milady is a smaller cap, but I feel like Myro has more potential to it. Milady has less substance to it, so it really doesn't have the same level to go. However, it depends if the community grows to, be aggressive in accumulating this position. So honestly, it's a toss up. But what we see with Myro and the substance that it has there, I would say Myro has more of an option because it seems like the team behind it is looking to push this as much as possible to other exchanges, to other places, to being available, widely available to everybody. And you don't really have that with Milady. I have a 150K portfolio on a NanoX ledger. Where do I sell when I'm ready to take profits? I mean, you can sell wherever you feel like selling, but you can't sell on that. You would have to transfer it and then end up selling and move it to fiat currency or whatever you want to move it to. We didn't get to 200 or 300 likes. I thought we would be at 300 likes in a few minutes. We're at 290. So now, because we're not at 300 likes, I gotta go. Gotta get out of here. So make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Hit that. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking with you. Don't don't take me seriously. Never take me seriously. Vanner chain, it's pumping. Vanner chain. I didn't know that was pumping. I was I think I made a couple of videos about Vanner chain. But currently it's up 61%. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's up to a $470 million market cap with $350 million worth of volume. That definitely is pumping quite a bit. It's up 70%. Seeing 60% of the supply is out there. I think that's still, is that Vannery? Did they changed it, but I think it's still, that still was TVK, right? Over on, wasn't that it? TVK. Yeah. So TVK changed to Vannery, right? But over on Kraken, which I do have it. Let me go back here. What am I doing? Let me go back to my Kraken portfolio. I have to log in. Lots of people lost their entire wallets on that duplicate website. What duplicate website? On CoinMarketCap? Are you talking about, wait, hey Matt, are you worried about Smog with yesterday on X Twitter hacking, um, as well as the website duplicate on their Discord? There's a lot of mixed feelings. It's so tricky, you know. I wouldn't say that I don't believe in Smog or don't believe in, you know, positions that end up getting like some sort of a hack or some sort of a problem. Like if you go and search up coin market cap on Google, you get a fake coin market cap website that will tell you to link your wallet. And once you link your wallet, you end up getting it drained. And there have been two instances to where luckily I was on a different browser that didn't have my MetaMask attached to it, and you know, and obviously I know that because I have, when I type in coin market cap, it comes up as one of my favorites, so I know what is it and what's not. But the issue is that people get their wallets drained by these websites that are looking for everyone to link their wallet, and it's honestly, it sucks. It really does suck. Yeah, there's a lot of scams that are out there. If you type in CoinMarketCap on, if they tell you to link your wallet, don't do it. You know, because the crazy thing is it'll say like link your wallet for new AI features or whatever, but no, they're trying to get you to, and it's crazy because they take a, instead of the I, they add a J. So it's COJN, right, instead of, you know, COIN, and it's a problem. So I almost got stuck doing that, but I know not to link my wallets to basically, I try not to link my wallet to anything, and if I am linking my wallet, it is my spare wallet, not my wallet that I always use for everything. Um, and then once I find out if it is truly safe, then I can link my real money into it if I wanted to. But I rarely try and link my wallet to anything. But yeah, that's an issue. But anyways, I wanted to log into. Let me sign in to Kraken really quick. always feel like I don't know my password every time. Nope, that's not right. That can't be right. I don't know why I continued with it. I don't even know why I pressed enter if I know it wasn't right. I was thinking of buying the bottom of Smog as I joined late. Uh, Made a nice gains regardless, but now it's lower than my current position. I believe it will recover. Just wanted your thoughts. Yeah, I think Smog has seen some growth lately. I don't know where it is now. We'll have to look into it in a little bit. But I do think that Smog will continue to see that growth. It seems to have that level of strength and the popularity. So um, I'm all about it. But I have to look at it in a little bit and you'll get my thoughts. Can you do an in-depth video on XYO? One of the biggest DeepIn projects. The company behind it is making money. They also have an app, ops contract, and if wait, they also have a crypto mining app. Interesting. I probably won't do a full video on it, but I always like to look at things during live streams. So, um, no, but um, if they want to do some sort of review, I'm always into that. And do some sort of paid review. It doesn't mean that it has to be insanely positive, and it probably won't. Um, but it's always great to know. So currently, my Kraken portfolio is up by 77% over the last month. $1,006.01 over the last month. It's up to $2,296.21. This is a portfolio that I started with $500. Remember, right? And randomly invested into different positions. It wasn't just it goes to show that you don't necessarily need to have the best skill possible in order to make money in the crypto market, especially now, right? Maybe later when you have more everything's run more use case and what businesses is associated with and partnerships and all of that. But right now, it's still all about just popularity and having availability. And you could see here, yeah, TVK is up to $208. That's crazy. That's crazy to see that that has grown that much. $208 off of I don't even know how much the investment was. Um, so I guess I bought $20 worth, $208. I did buy $5 worth in the beginning. Oh, and I took some gains from a different position and put it into TVK. And that seemed to work out pretty well because now I'm sitting at $208 and it's up to 39 cents. So fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So it went from $25 to I guess 8xing at that point for that one position. But then we have my entire rest of my portfolio, which is sitting like OMG is up to $116, Anchor is up to $90, Celestia is up to $87. That's been sitting there for a while. The graph has made a move to $80, and you can see that. Let's see if all my positions. So Moons is still one that's negative. Mango is still one that's also negative, but everything else is in the positive. Whether it's Kyber Network or Saber or Threshold, that's up by a 2x. Stella, Loop Ring, Gitcoin that I do have over here at 5. So it looks like, yeah, Gitcoin's back up to $2.38. So that's risen quite a bit. But it's interesting. I mean, I want this portfolio to be worth $50,000. I invested $500. I want it to be worth $50,000 when it's all said and done. Uh, a huge YouTuber like you hiding his big bags elsewhere? You're smart though. Don't show your big bags ever online. You're talking about me? I show all of my positions. Besides like my retirement accounts. I'm not going to show those, but everything else, it's all fair game to see, to visualize, to get all the information for. Besides you accessing it. Matt, it will hit 50K. I agree with you. I think it will. You know, a lot of these positions, I think we're going to see TVK. Where does it currently stand market cap wise? $71 million market cap. Right, that's where it stands right now for, well, I guess that's not right. That's not accurate. It sits at a $500 million market cap. So yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with that difference there. But I think we will see it at multiple billions of dollars for Vanderchain. It looks like something that can be worth that much. But then there's other plays that will also be worth a lot as well. Matt, you don't have to show anything to anyone. That's true. That's very true. Saber, thank you for being a member for 35 months. 35 months. That's crazy. Thank you for being a member that long. We keep getting hit with ads. Never happened before. So we have ads that play here every 12 minutes. So within the 12-minute mark, you'll get an ad. If you've been here for a while, you should have received a few ads by now, unless you have YouTube Premium. And if you do have YouTube Premium, then you don't receive any ads. I still get a kickback from that, which is great. So I have YouTube Premium because I like watching like some YouTube videos, especially NBA videos and NFL and all of that. And I don't want any advertisers. That's stopping the video, as it is like a 9-10 minute video or something. Do you think Solana will 2x to 3x compared to Shiba Inu? Do I think Solana will 2x or 3x from where it is right now? Honestly, as we look at it at a $68 million market cap, I see this, yeah, probably 3x to 4x, maybe even more than that. And where I see this at with Solana and how valuable Solana chain actually is right now, I would say I wouldn't be shocked if we saw a $500 billion market cap for Solana. If not, even finding ways to go above that. But that's my limit. And some people believe it's going to be worth $1 trillion with how popular it is right now. And, you know, it's kind of gaining popularity on Ethereum. I drive for a living. I couldn't deal with YouTube advertisements. Yeah, I can't really do it as well. I add the advertisements because it's a way for me to get paid to do what I do, you know. But yeah, I agree with you. What's your Swift exit price prediction? I don't think I put out an exit plan for Swift yet because it's so brand new that I didn't put out an exit plan for it, and it doesn't really have a major amount of popularity on YouTube. As of right now, I haven't seen any interest in it. Maybe I'll make a video to test to see what that's all about. But currently, Swift, let's go to my portfolio. Currently, Swift is sitting at a 61% of a penny price, which I'm up $102 on, or 2.8% on this. So I want to be up a lot more, but I also want to have a better, not a better entry point, but just have a level to where I could purchase maybe a little bit more, because I do have like $1,500 in Coinbase. Yeah, I have $1,505 in Coinbase that I'm sitting on, and waiting for some type of a move, some type of an entry point in something. And I don't know what that is, but if I find it, I will make that move. Oh, I also have Tether. I should probably sell that Tether.
John
That's what I'm
Gagnon
gonna do.
donated $5 through Super Chat. Can you see any support for Shib, or are we in crypto speculation phase?
can I see any support for Shib? You mean with the price support, or you mean support as in like, people believing in the position? So, yeah, I mean, we've seen plenty of levels of support for Shiba Inu below where the price actually is right now, especially around the what is it? I want to say it's not 3% of a penny, but the 403 level as well as 4037 level or 27 level. Um, so yeah, I see that right now we're not in a crypto speculation phase. We're in more of like I don't know what to call it, but we're in just the Bitcoin phase, right? We're not in altcoin season. When we get into altcoin season, we'll see money that's flowing into all types of altcoins, right? Whether it's meme coins, AI will be huge. We'll still see money flowing into metaverse plays and gaming plays, and memes will be big and will have a larger presence during that time period. But we're not there yet, right? Bitcoin is still sitting at a 52% dominance right now. 52% dominance currently. And we're seeing the market cap get up to the all-time highs where it has been, and we want to see that push up to a level where Bitcoin remains flat and a lot of that money starts to flow into altcoins, which will happen soon. It might end up happening after the halving, which is crazy because typically after the halving we see Bitcoin on the rise, on the run, which also could be the case, right? We could see that move up to $100,000, $150,000, and then start to retrace from there, and a lot of that money flows into altcoins from there. But I would say the only thing we're in speculation phase for is something like an XRP, where it's like we don't know, it's uncertain what's going to be the outcome of this, and that's why we don't really see XRP moving as much. And but when it comes to altcoins, once we see that flow of money, it's going to be great. Oh yeah, I got scammed big time too, especially on X. There's so many scams out there, and I apologize for anybody dealing with that. If they're dealing with scams in my comment section, I apologize. I try to get them out of there, but it just takes like forever because it's like you take one out and then they just come back with the same comment, and I don't know how they realize that you took all those comments out and they just come right back and re-comment, especially if it's a popular video. So you think the bull run hasn't even started yet? I didn't say that. The bull run has started, but the bull run typically starts with Bitcoin on the rise, and Bitcoin has been on the rise since the end of 2022, right? From 2022 all the way to where we are today, it's been on the rise since then. And what's fantastic is a lot of that money was flowing in there, but we didn't see any of that trickle down to altcoins. And typically we will see that happen. So it's still the bull market. It's just Bitcoin season, not altcoin season. Again, guys, if you want to sign up for Margex and start leverage trading, feel free to use my link in the description where you can start leverage trading and hopefully gaining some of the same gains I'm getting. You don't want to miss out on this bull run because even if you do have only $100, $200 or whatever to invest with and you want to leverage trade $20 and $10 or whatever, you can gain a lot on what you're doing short term. And especially during the bull run, everything is going to run. So you want to be a part of it. Even if it does mean that you're leveraging, you're a part of it and you're using other people's money to gain yourself a ton of money in the end. It's always worth it. Maybe play around with a little bit, understand it before we truly get into this major, major bull market where we see altcoins that are all running to ridiculous levels. So you want to make sure that you're a part of it so that you can make a boatload of money from utilizing other people's money. But this is one option. If you want to check it out, the link is in the chat, and you can get signed up today and start leverage trading today. It's very simple. I have a full breakdown on leverage trading and the mindset of leverage trading on my Patreon. If you want to check all those videos out, I think like 10 or 11 videos. So feel free to go and check those out. Matt, have you downloaded Swift app? I know you own the coin. No, I haven't downloaded the Swift app. Have you been utilizing the Swift app? Matt, your view on Star Heroes gaming coin? Love your chats, bro. Thank you for saying that. Star Heroes gaming coin. I think gaming is going to be a big sector. Obviously, everybody knows that gaming will be a big part of crypto. I don't know what Star Heroes is, but currently it sits at a $25 million market cap with $17 million worth of volume, 70% volume to market cap ratio. 4% of the supply is out there. That is tough. Seeing it at a $25 million market cap with 4% of the supply that's there, it's like, that hurts. Because if you look at fully diluted, 635%. And that's typically what you see with gaming cryptos, right? Especially if they're like play to earn. It will dilute it as you do earn some. So if you're buying it outright, let's say if you go on, where is it available on? You go on one of these places like MEXC and you're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with earning it by trying to, play this game. You end up earning it, or you end up buying it, and now you dilute the amount that you invested into it because they're consistently sending out more and more as people are earning more and more and playing the game more and more. So gaming typically has that issue to where they pull from the supply that's not released yet in order to what words am I looking for? They pull from the supply that's not released yet in order to give people the cryptocurrency that they need, when they're earning it. And that's a problem, right? That's a big problem. If they can pull from an amount that's released but somebody owns, that's a different story, because then the volume affects it in a smaller way as it is released. But what they typically do is have it in a certain pool and it will be released as people earn it, which is not a good thing. Now, I don't know if that's the case here, but it just 4% of the supply just doesn't sit well with me. That's like Jasmine coin level of the supply when it first started. And that's why you see it at a 99% or 98% decrease over that time period, because of the fact that, they diluted it heavily. It does create a huge opportunity for people to get in when it does get fully diluted, but that could have been done from the start. Some actually think Bitcoin makes a huge move on the halving day, and according to history, nothing really happens on the halving day. Yeah, according to history, that is the case, but this is definitely different, and it's not like any other halving that we've seen, any other bull market that we've seen, because of the ETFs, because of now looking at adoption and looking at traditionalists that are getting into investing. It's a way different market than what we experienced before, and you're seeing that hitting an all-time high multiple times before the halving even started. And we're not talking about in the same month of the halving. We're talking about the month prior to the halving happening, meaning that we still have a full month until we get to the actual halving date. How did you get scammed from X? Would you mind sharing your story of how you were scammed? Me? I didn't get scammed from X. If you're talking about someone else said they got scammed from X, but I didn't get scammed from X. You think Doge and Shiba will 3x in the coming months? Appreciate you. 3x in the coming months? Yeah. Depends how many months you're talking about, but yes. 4% will take a month of Sundays. But it will take a month of Sundays, but hold it until all start pumping. I feel like you're talking to somebody else. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm hearing bad is now traceable on or tradable on Coinbase. Is that true? I don't know. You're saying like bad idea AI? I don't see it. I don't see it have availability. I did want to take my USDT and sell that for cash. So now I have $2,000 in cash if I wanted to do something with. It's only if I wanted to do something with it. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't sleep enough. Why do you say Jasmine is going to explode? It is sooner. Is it sooner or later in 2024? So Jasmine coin can explode at any moment. We've seen this time in and time out. We've seen that Jasmine coin has these larger jumps. And honestly, with what we are understanding is going to happen, right? The lockup is supposed to happen by the end of this month, right? And it could be delayed. I hope that that's not the case, but it should happen by the end of this month, meaning that we'll see 100 million that's going to be locked up, as well as multiple millions or billions that are going to be locked up. And with that news alone, we could possibly see Jasmine coin really, really skyrocket very soon. But then also in altcoin season, have Jasmine coin have a larger impact with millions upon hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars that are going through it. So I honestly think that, and this is all my opinion, that Jasmine coin will run, in the coming months to levels that a lot of people didn't believe that it would ever get to again. Um, Good morning, Matt. Elmo is making a decent move. I did see Elmo was making a decent move. As I go into my watch list and look at things that are moving, okay, Elmo is up 45%. And seeing it up to 1 penny again is fantastic to see.
Juan Zamudio donated $2 through Super Chat. LMW hit $1. I'm a happy camper.
Well, that's fantastic that it hit $1 and you're a happy camper. Just be careful with the uh for some reason I just can't think of words today. I'm very tired. Just be careful with the dilution, I believe, that goes into that. I believe that's what I talked about when I looked at Limewire. But yeah, my head is like drawing a blank at times. But yeah, I'm definitely tired. Elmo ERC though, I know it's been moving. It's great to see it at a $2.8 million market cap. It's great to see it at a 1 cent price point or above. So yeah, it's been fantastic to see that. Looks like ARK is making a move. Sync is also making a move back up to the market cap that it was at. Anchor is up to 5.5 cents. It's great to see, up to a $558 million market cap. Swift Coin making a little bit of a move, up 3.8%. And like someone said, like Brian, you said, Matt, have you been loving Grok the last couple of days? Yeah, of course. I have been loving what Grok has been doing. It's up to a 2 cent price point, 2.1, 2.2 cent price point, and I want to see that absolutely skyrocket and go above and beyond these levels. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I would also like if GME found a way to come back down, because I would take a risk and make that investment if it was around 1,000. If it came down to $1,000 for a million, I would do that. I would just take a risk. But right now, I'm not taking that risk. Are you still buying Jasmine? No, I'm not. I'm done buying Jasmine. I have a million. I'm good with what I have. With the current XRP supply, it makes no sense for XRP to be under $1,000 because of how much banks and people will use it. I mean, the key words there are, or the key word is will, right? Will use it. It's not saying are, they are using it. And that's where the struggle comes into play. It's like you understand that it it should be worth a lot more. That's because they will use it. Whenever we get to that point to where they actually start using it, that's where you see the massive increase that we all know that XRP is capable of. So for me, like I said, I'm excited about where it will go, but we have to wait for these things to get fully implemented first. I'm with you on GME. Yeah, I like that play, but I'm just waiting for it to come down. I think it did reach down to like high 1 cent mark, so it would cost me like 2,000, but I only want to spend $1,000 on it. So as we look at the last month, the lowest price that this was at was one, and this was a place where I was heavily watching it. Um, I was heavily watching it down here. I remember where when it did started when it started to decrease, I was like, yeah, if this comes down to one, I'm getting it. And it came all the way down here to about 1.2, and yeah, I should have made a move even at that point. It's only $200, and that's where I said I was pinching pennies. It ended up increasing up to 50% of a penny, which I could have taken my profit at that point. Um, I could have taken my initial investment. What do you think of Peekaboo Project? I mean, I like it. I like everything that they really have to offer there because it shows me something that I'm missing in my life, which is like I used to play Pokemon games and all of that and playing Pow World, and this is sort of like that, but introducing obviously crypto into play. Ton layer one blockchain token by Telegram seems to be doing well. Any thoughts? I mean, I like what it's doing. I talked about how it's up by like 21%, I think, today. So, yeah, 1.9 cents earlier, still dollar cost averaging. If you're trying to gather more, then that's great. 1.9 cents. So you're still trying to add more and more as time goes on. When do you actually stop buying crypto? Is what Brian says. So I know that there have been times where I've mentioned, "Hey, I'm done buying crypto." But when I say that, I typically mean I'm done buying the cryptos that I specifically like talk about on my day-to-day basis, right? If I'm talking about Jasmine coin, XRP, all these other positions, I'm pretty much done buying. But if I see an opportunity to where it's a low point in some other things, I can't say I'm ever fully done buying crypto overall. I'm just done buying like XRP or done buying, BTC or done buying that because they've hit certain levels that I feel like I don't want to raise my cost basis, raise how much or what level I break even at. Even if I feel like it's going to skyrocket well above it, I don't want to raise my cost basis by anything there. So um, I'm never actually like fully done buying crypto because there's always an opportunity that will be there. There's
Brian
always new
Hertzig donated
gems.
$1.99 through Super Chat. When do you actually stop buying crypto? Never.
So it's that's exactly what it's about. Is like you never stop buying crypto if you find opportunities. And if you're good at finding those opportunities, then again, you should never stop buying it. Not liking crypto is like not liking pizza, which I know a couple of people that don't like pizza, and I'm like always shocked. How do you not like pizza? I am cold, even though I have um when they steal all your money. I guess you stop buying crypto when they steal all your money. You don't really want to give up. You learn from your mistakes though. What do you mean confirmed? What are you talking about? Uh when will the real altcoin season start. Some streamers say it's already too late. Why would you say it's already too late for to get into altcoins? There's a lot of opportunities out there. If streamers are telling you it's too late to get into crypto, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like they don't, because there's so many opportunities out there in the crypto market. Now, when you talk about a lot of the top coins, yes, you would be expecting a lot less of a return at these levels compared to where you were at the lower levels. But the point is, there's a lot of opportunities that are still out there. Litecoin is still only at $100, and you would kill to buy Litecoin at $100 when it ran up to $400. So Litecoin is still at a good space. You still have AVAX that's less than, or it's around $50 right now. You still have Cardano that's at 77 cents right now. You have a lot of opportunities that are out there, and I feel like, Matt, you're cold. You're cold because you're tired. Maybe, I don't know, but it's currently 62 degrees down here, so I would assume that I'm cold because I'm cold. Um, but I'm only waiting for Erica to leave so I can turn up the heat because it's cold down here, but it's hot upstairs. Yeah, yeah, it's not warm down here at all. So, but yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that are out there. Um, what? Matt, burger or hot dog? It depends. I like burgers, but depends how you cook the hot dog, right? If you're grilling the hot dog, really really good, you can make that hot dog way more delicious than just having a standard hot dog. Like I hate people that put something on the grill and just give it like char marks, and then they don't like fully cook the hot dog. Like cook it, get some char on there, get some taste on there. You know what I mean? I hate when people do that because then they look like they just came out of the package. It's like and it just has a little mark on there. It doesn't need to look like the things that are on the the package there where it just has the char mark and all the rest of the hot dog looks the same color. Like that's not like you need to see some char on there a little bit. You need to see some so basically a smoky glizzy. Sure, I guess if that's what you're referring to. But no, you got to be able to cook things the right way. Like you need to cook it the right way. Same thing that goes with burgers. Like you can't just put a burger on there and go, oh, you know what, it's done. No, like you have the heat on so that you can give it a little bit of char, a little bit of flavor. Chicago dogs are the best. I don't know what that is, but I just make hot dogs how I make hot dogs. It makes me want to grill out, which I have uh, a brisket that I should probably cook. I would love to smoke the brisket, but I actually don't even have a smoker. I have a grill that has like a smoker element to it, but it's never as good as like a real smoker, you know? Matt, crypto might eat all the money you have saved. Crypto will make you be addicted like gambling. There's a way to combat that, right? Because for me, I take a lot
Marcel
of my
Joff
gains.
donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Awesome entries at the moment?
Um, like I said, I think ADA is a good play to be in for the long term. I think AVAX is still at a good rate, still at a good level. I feel like BNB is far gone. Don't chase after that one. I feel like Solana still has a lot of upside to it, but it's way past $100 billion market cap, so it would be a little bit longer term. I still have this on the screen. I still have GME on the screen. Um, I feel like there was another play that I couldn't for some reason think of. I feel like Matic still has a big opportunity left in it, sitting at a $12 billion market cap. I feel like Litecoin, yeah, that was the other one. Litecoin is still at a great level, and that was worth a lot more. Cosmos growing to a level of $45 and beyond, I think is a great play where it stands. So if you're looking for good entry points to get into something that still has a lot of upside, rather than someone saying, "Hey, buy Bitcoin right now. It's worth $72,000. It's gonna go to 100." It's like it's worth $72,000. I'm not buying Bitcoin right now. I'm not buying unless I was continuing to just buy into it at all times. Like, um, I I'm not going to continue buying at, or I'm not going to buy it at $73,000 Ethereum. Yes, while it still does have upside and has the ability to grow to $10,000, I'm not going to buy Ethereum right now. Like, I'm just not. Um, but when you look at other things like maybe Solana or XRP still has a good entry point here, where it stands. Cardano and all these others, I feel as though you need to find those opportunities, and they're there. And there's also other ones that are outside of the top 100 that are looking really, really good. But, you know, obviously we'll go over those in due time. Let's see. I got
Anakin
one. Cake or
Skywalker
cheesecake?
donated
Cheesecake.
$2
Hands
through
down.
Super Chat. Thoughts on Kronos Chain, VVS, and Tectonic?
So I'm not a big fan of VVS or Tectonic because of the dilution that we've seen within there. Both of those offered a higher percentage when it came to the DeFi wallet, when it came to your staking percentages that you can gain back, and it was because the dilution is pretty insane. Like they offer, we saw the 1 month they increased their overall supply by 1 billion, and it decreased the price of it, but the way to fight that was with a 100%. 100 something percent staking percentage or APY that you gain on it. And that's a little much. I feel like they both don't really have the volume. Kronos Chain, obviously I like Kronos Chain and anything that's really built on it. I see the volume that you see in Corgi AI, or Corgi.ai, or is it Corgi AI? But you see the position there in that meme coin and how it has run to being worth, I think, $1 billion or something. Um, so I like that as well, but it's just the volume for me doesn't really sit well, and the dilution is always not at its best levels, right? But I'm a big fan of CRO, so any way that you can utilize CRO more, which would be through Kronos Chain, sign me up. I'm happy with it. But yeah, cheesecake hands down. Any thoughts on AMP running yesterday? I mean, I saw it running yesterday. I brought it up on stream yesterday, but I'm not invested into it, so I have no strong opinions on it. I think it shows a lot of upside. I just saw a lot of dilution that happened within it, and I never re-entered it. Matt, crypto might eat all. Wait, I read that. Anyways, oh, not answered yet. Got you. It wasn't. I stopped. I don't think it will eat all of my money. And I think that other people should kind of follow the same mindset, is that when you collect your profits, it doesn't mean that you continue to reinvest all of those profits. What I would do, especially if you're gaining a heck of a lot, is I would use it towards making your financial situation better. So if you're gaining hundreds of thousands of dollars, find a way to, and maybe this is not for you to do it this way, but there's multiple ways you could do it. You could pay off, your student loans, pay off your car loan, pay off your house, all those different things to make your financial situation better, so that you may not need to work overtime or whatever, and be able to live off of what you do have, and worry about not spending above your means, and spending paycheck to paycheck, and being able to save for other investments, and saving up for the eventual bear market to hit again. I would say that what I'm typically doing is I'm investing a lot of money into the markets, because with like loans and stuff that I have, right, for student loans and mortgages and all that, they're at a very low percentage. So it makes sense to gain 10% here, compound it, and then just pay off what I pay off, because the amount that I'm gaining over here would supersede the amount that I'm paying over here. So it makes sense to really do it that way. But it all depends if it works out for you. If you have a newer mortgage that's like 6% or 7%, that may be crazy.
Brian Herzig donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Have a great day, Matt and crypto peeps. Make gains and be happy. I got to run to work. Grr.
All right, well, thank you for being here, Brian. I appreciate it a lot. And you have a great day as well. Hopefully you see a lot of gains as well. Because if you see gains in some of your positions, I also see gains in my position. So hopefully we all see these level of gains and we see money that's flowing to the altcoin market. So anyways, what was I getting at here? So what I plan to do, like I said, is I'm throwing a lot of my money into my dividend portfolio. And for the long term, I'm investing there. And on average, I'll be able to gain, 10%. And maybe it won't be gaining 10% over the first year. Maybe I'll lose something because we've seen quite a bit of an increase in the technology sector because of Nvidia and others. And it was like 20% for a lot of ETFs. So I would assume that we're not going to see as big of as a return the next year, the following year. So it'd be very interesting. But I'm throwing a lot of money into my dividend accounts as well as 529 accounts for the kids and just continuing to make our financial situation better with the gains that I get from there. So I'm not looking to just reinvest. Like if I gain $100,000, I'm not going to reinvest the $100,000 into another opportunity. I might leave 5,000 to find another opportunity, but I'll take 95,000 and throw that somewhere else. Obviously, I have to account for taxes, but I'll throw it somewhere else so that I can also gain interest on the amount that I gained there. So just trying to compound gains, compound interest that I do gain overall. And I think you guys should probably do the same. Now, you think Solana will hit $1,000 per coin this bull run or next? $1,000 per coin? I don't think that. So a 500, I'm trying to think, how much does it have in total supply? 443. So a $100 price point was 400. So it would need to hit a 400 billion dollar market cap. So $443 billion market cap in order to get to $1,000. I was thinking that was out of reach for some reason, but honestly, I don't think it's out of reach. I think a $1,000 market cap may be where we resist from when we reach the peak of the bull market, which it does end up resisting down to a lower level, but not as much as where we saw before. Like it's not going to go down to $11. I think it goes down to like, from $1,000 down to maybe, 400, something like that in the bear market. And then you have an opportunity to be invested in that. And now we're treating that as if it's another Ethereum, right? And Ethereum at that point will probably be worth, $1 trillion market cap. Bitcoin probably be worth a lot more. Maybe Ethereum be worth a lot more. Who knows? If they get those damn gas fees under control, then yes. Do you have time to discuss green Bitcoin a little more this morning? I mean, yeah, we can always talk about it. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I've done a little bit of research into that as we saw green Bitcoin. And what do you want to talk about here? Shib erasing a zero this run? I would agree. I think it has that potential chance to erase a zero and then also double in that price. But the point is that we want to see it not only erase 1 0, but erase 3 zeros, right? So be at a level of 1 penny. And that's where it gets difficult because not only do you have to erase the zero there and see the rise in the price, you would have to erase 1 0 from the supply in order to see that happen. Important question. If possibly XRP goes to 200K per coin, will you be comfortable with everyone actually knowing you'll have $6 billion? You'll have $6 billion on you with your 35K XRP. Will you close YouTube? Um, no, but I would definitely get higher security,
Koa Puff
steel
donated
windows.
$5 through Super Chat. GM Matt, do you have time to discuss green Bitcoin a little more this morning?
Yeah. Like I said, I'll discuss it. I guess we can kind of go into it a little bit more, but yeah, I would get steel windows and move into a gated community because that's the risk you end up playing if you live in just a regular house and have $6 billion. That's what's crazy. Um, but I wouldn't let everyone know that I have $6 billion. That's the thing, is people would um, like I would talk about how much I made, and that's kind of again another risk. You still play that risk where you're like, how much do you have? Well, I made this much, and it's like, well, you have that much, and somebody wants to take that from you. You know? Um, discuss. Wait, let's discuss the staking and potential growth for GBTC. So I haven't gone into the staking, but the potential growth. Obviously, we let me go up to all the different information here. Give me a second. Where's it at? Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm still scrolling up. Give me a second. Come on. Ah, there it is. So bringing this up on the screen, bringing up the Twitter account. So currently it's sitting at 9,000 followers on Twitter. I don't want to go through a full review, but currently you have, 4 days until the increased pre-sale. It's currently sitting at 87 cents for this phase of the pre-sale. They've raised $3.9 million. And I mean, when you look at the staking right now, it obviously will change throughout time. I would imagine it's dynamic staking percentages, but we've seen this occasionally where people have made a decent amount and being able to gather more. But percentage of GBTC staked, the rewards right now is 124%. Total rewards that have been, I guess, paid out has been 1.1 million GBTC, currently at a value of 87 cents. So however much you have, you get paid out in the amount that you have, not in the dollar figure that you have. So staking, if you go over to the pool, right? Staking balance, I don't have anything in my staking balance. And you're going to see percentage of the pool 0%. Obviously I don't have anything there. And this is also a different browser, but you have 4.6 million. That is total staked. Estimated rewards will be 124%. Rewards rate is dynamic, so we'll update. Monthly equals rewards divided by 12. And daily obviously equals rewards divided by 365. Current rewards per
Matthew
ETH block,
Mazur donated $2 through
1.6.
Super Chat. Thoughts on Doge listed on the base network?
Doge? Like, is it a different type of Doge? Is that what we're dealing with there? But yeah, I mean, right now the percentage is around 124%. I'm not gaining anything with it right now. Staking has 125% returns right now. I would imagine it's not going to stay there, but as you have the beginning stages of it, you staking it, you're gaining a decent amount as you're holding it for a long period of time. And I would imagine you would see um, a decent increases to it. But let's see. These rewards will be distributed over 5 months, after which the gamified green Bitcoin staking will be will be launched. So they will have another or further staking later on, which obviously will be at a lesser percentages. But this is just, kind of staking your GBTC to create and hold strength and hold value for the overall project for a while. Because typically what people do in a pre-sale is they buy the pre-sale, they wait for a larger gain, they sell that gain, and they make a lot of money from it. But the potential for where it could be a lot further than that if they would have just held. But it's so difficult to hold, so you need some sort of incentive that you are
Sork
going to hold.
donated £4.99 through Super Chat. My bro, you think you can chart $RSR and maybe some thoughts on the project. It's really good.
Give me a second. Let me check. You said Doge? Or are you talking about Doge? So Dogecoin. It's not tracked. It looks like it's not tracked. Doge. Yeah, it looks like this is not tracked. So I don't really have a breakdown of that. I apologize. And maybe I'm looking at it wrong or something. I don't know. Can you chart RSR or see where RSR is? Reserve rights, which is currently sitting at a $311 million market cap, ranked 259 with $29 million worth of volume, 10% volume market cap ratio, 50% of the supply that's out there. So not horrible on the supply, but there is supply that can be released, meaning that it gets you up to a $612 million market cap from where it is, which is definitely more of a significant point than $300 million market cap. If we look at the last 7 days, it's up 22%. Let me go back here. Yeah, it's up 22%. In the last month, it's up 148%. In the last year, it's up 59%. So we saw this rise most in the last month, where this has gone from a 121 or 21 or $28 million market cap, which honestly I could take that even as seeing fully diluted being worth double what that would be. But now you get to a point where it's majorly like significant as you get to some of these levels of a change, as you have that dilution that could happen. So ultimately, we're seeing movement within it, and we see the growth pattern of what it could be. I don't know what it's for, but it is available on many different platforms, 76 other pairings, giving you the popularity that it needs and deserves, right? Looking at 10% volume to market cap ratio. So it looks very, very interesting. If we look at all history, obviously the top point was a $1.3 billion market cap. I would imagine you had less supply that was out there. So it doesn't look like they have major dilution. The only dilution that you saw was somewhere around this point. So diluting it on the way down, which was the end of November 2021. So that makes sense. Everybody started diluting it as we saw the price really dive all the way down to lower levels. And that's where you saw now you had a $400 million market cap, but the price was all the way down to a 90% of a penny price versus where it was here at a 600 or $700 million market cap, and the price was sitting at about a 5-cent price. So the difference there is obviously a large difference. Satoshi follows and bought. Okay. Shiba Inu to 1 cent. Would love to see that. Is there any chance that Milady meme coin is a good buy? I don't think it's a bad buy. It's just mainly for the gains, I'll tell you that. I don't know if I necessarily see it up to some of those aggressive levels, like a $1 billion market cap. However, if the community really pushes it, it really all depends on that community. And typically, when you say something can't happen, the community pushes harder for that to happen. So I'll say that it can happen, right? So that you guys, whoever is holding it, can see it actually happen. Other than the normal basics of what we want as people, if you make the 6 billion, would you invest some into changing the world, or you'd focus on your life? So I don't need $6 billion. I don't. And I don't think my kids need to. I don't want to pass down that much money to the kids. I would rather them be able to work for their own, right? To work for themselves and do it on their own. So yeah, I would definitely do as much as I possibly can. If I and people like me don't make $6 billion, because if I did, I would do a lot for so many people, especially for my city, right? The city that I grew up in, I want to do as much as I possibly can, and literally invest like $1 billion into parks and school systems and all types of things to help out the community in a large way with updated books and everything there. Like I don't need I don't need $1 billion. I don't need $3 billion or whatever. So I'm cool with seeing one out of the $6 billion. I'm cool with taking 100 million and whatever I have to pay with taxes, I can pay with taxes. But I would donate a lot to different charities and the city. Like I don't need that much. My family doesn't need that much. I don't need that much. I can teach them ways to turn less money into more money. Um, so why? Like that's what we should be seeing everybody do. Thanks, Matt. We are learning a lot. Well, thank you for letting me know that I'm doing a good job. I appreciate that. But that's only if I would make the $6 billion. Like I don't think I'm gonna make $6 billion from a play, because one, I have my exit strategy plan and I don't plan on holding it that long. But if I do make a crazy amount of money, yes, I will continue to try and donate as much as I can, and not just for tax purposes, because that does look better on your taxes and get you tax breaks and stuff like that. But just doing it because the city needs it, or just doing it because the people need it. It has been verified as absolutely fact that Satoshi owns a large bag of low market cap. Okay. I've been seeing, like, when I see positions that come through here, I just want to let you know, when I see positions that come through here and they just continue to spam a certain position, I don't respond to it. I don't know if you know that. I don't really respond to it. And if I do respond to it, I don't respond well at all. Um, so it's better to just mention it like once and then go on, about your day, maybe a little bit, and then mention it again when things die down a little bit, or if I'm reading the chat pretty heavily at that time, then do it. But it doesn't have to be something that's spammed. You have to know how to mention something. Honestly, it would have only taken one super chat in order to even look at it. It didn't have to be a boatload of spamming for everybody to even go into something. But now, no matter if there is a super chat or not, I'm still not looking at it. Do you think meme coin season will keep going? Have you heard about BCOQ on Solana, new meme coin exploding? I did hear about it yesterday, and it's hilarious. But it's yes, I did hear about it. Telcoin has partnered with Nebraska banks, huge partnership. That's big. So that's why. Well, that was ton that's moving. I don't know what Tel is doing. Um, I'm out here wishing I had investing in Pepe and took out the 9x profit and threw it in XRP this month. I mean, it's tough when you find an opportunity or you find something that has moved quite a bit. It's so difficult to um to see what to see that you got into something. Sorry, I was reading something. I get distracted all the time. To see that you got into something, and or you could have gotten into something and it could have absolutely exploded, because I could have gotten into so many other things and made so much money with it, but I decided not to get into those plays. Or I missed out on the opportunity because I was stubborn off of like a couple of cents, right? So something like what's it called? Caspa, where Caspa was at like 4 or 3.5 or something like that, 3.8 cents. And I decided not to purchase it at that point and ended up exploding to like 15 cents. And I was like, that sucks. So then I found a way to get in at a level of 13, as well as 12, as well as 10 and 9 cents. So I invested higher than what I wanted to. Do I have a lot of it? No, I don't. But I found a way to get into Caspa at those levels, but I could have 3x'd my money from whatever I decided to invest. I saw a community come give you 30 to 40 follows, and now you complain. You saw a community come and give you 30 to 40. I don't care about having the follows. I don't care about having the follows from a certain community for talking about a certain play. I care about actually teaching people how to invest. That's all I care about. I don't care about the community giving me 30 to 40 follows.
Joe Stauber donated $5 through Super Chat. If anyone comes into a lot money, I suggest you look into a trust in South Dakota. They have the strictest laws in your favor as far as divorce and taxes.
Why you had to add divorce in there, right? You think there's going to be a divorce? Crypto Millie, thank you for showing up. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for showing up here and showing some love. You should be the next Mr. Beast for poor people, man. I mean, I would love to be able to do it. And one, like I like the fact that like Mr. Beast gets a lot of flack and a lot of hate for what he does and like curing blindness and helping, different African cities get access to water. He gets a lot of hate for that, but he's doing that and he's like, oh, people are like, oh, you shouldn't put those people on camera and exploit them for money. And he's like, the reason why I'm able to do this stuff is because I'm doing all this. It's like a revolving cycle. So I talk about the things that I am doing, people watch it, I gain more revenue, and then I use that for the next video that helps out more people. And that's kind of what I want to do. I would love to be able to help out so many people and show how I'm helping the city, show how I'm helping the world in a large way. And but that only comes with being able to spend money. Like you spend a lot of money in order to help the world. It's not about making money at that point. It's about having maybe the videos make money so that you can now donate to the next charity and the next situation and help out the next set of people that really do need your help. Because it's not going to be frowned upon if you help children have a meal for the day. I was one of those children, that slept outside, that also didn't eat on a given day, didn't make it known, made me mentally strong, I'll tell you that, where I had to make it seem like I wasn't hungry, but in reality, I was freaking starving, right? Because I still went to school, and the only reason I really wanted to go to school was for the lunches, for the breakfast, and I lived for the Friday nights where we had football games, and we would eat dinner there basically, where a lot of times I wouldn't eat dinner. And it's no offense, no, not to say anything on my parents or anything like that. It's just we didn't have the best situation. 3 kids, one income. It's just not a great situation at all. And I know a lot of people deal with that nowadays, and I would like to be able to donate to No Kid Hungry and help out people. It's just a situation that I lived through, and I know a lot of people still live through it today. I'm here, bro. Always been a big fan, my guy. We gotta tap in when you get the time. Good brother. Uh, you're one of the brightest and well-spoken people in the space. Always a pleasure. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words. Um, please come take a look at. So I'm not just because of all the spamming and everything, and it's just a lot from that community. And the same thing happened with Vault. Like Vault could have been something that I looked at and saw an opportunity in at times, but the community just was horrible when it came through the live streams. It was just hectic. It's like just dial it down just a little bit. If you dial it down a little bit, you get the answers that you need. You get the questions that you need. You get the coverage that you need. You know what I mean? So sad part is they are only inspired to give because of Mr. Beast's video, but they talk down on them. Uh, Same as we only want riches because the rich flexed on social media, but we will talk down on their flexers. Yeah, on the flexes. Yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree. Um, but yeah, I mean, eventually you'll see people that. I mean, I don't think you'll ever see it. You'll see people that hate on what anybody's doing just because negativity is the way to sell views and be able to make money and all that stuff. If you're insanely negative, you gain traction. Um, and then people also want to be negative with you. Like I try to be as positive as possible. Uh, Matt, I will stop warning people about that can do position. I'll just time them out. That's fine. That's totally fine. I still hold 44 million vault. Who knows where it will go? Exactly. I mean, you don't know where it will go. And like I said, I would have talked about it probably more. Somebody came through and mentioned it, and I would talk about it. I think there were a couple of times where I did, where they had super chat that came through, and I was like, all right, well, I'll mention it here. It seems like we don't really have a crazy amount of spamming. It's just one person. Um, but yeah, when the spamming comes through, I'm like, nope. All right, so I have to go. We have to get out of here. It's about 2 hours and 30 minutes for this live stream that we've been streaming for. So if you guys could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, don't forget about my link for Margex. If you guys want to sign up for Margex, that link is in the description. It's also in the chat where you can. There's just more that comes through. Yeah, that link is in the description. It's in the chat. So if you want to sign up and start trading cryptocurrency today, definitely go ahead and do that. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.